So, today we have Christopher with us. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming over and for being the first founder in this series. So, if you can go ahead and tell us a bit more about yourself and what you're building.
Yeah, so I run an agency. It's called the Web3 Family, and we mainly help nonprofits and startup founders. Um, and we do pretty much what everybody else does, which is make websites and build your presence online on LinkedIn, on Reddit, on Twitter. We're scaling now to go to YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Um, and yeah, in this day and age, people use a lot of AI. So we've been using AI as well to help us keep up to speed with what's in the market.
That's great to hear. Definitely, AI is evolving fast, and companies really need to keep up with the speed of innovation. So, if I may ask you, what was the moment, or when did it come to you that you said, "I'm just gonna start building this"? Are you doing this alone? Do you have a team you're working with?
Yeah, I have a team. My core team is based in Nigeria. I do have some folks that are in India as well. And then
Mhm.
I have partners in the US. And it was back in 2024, sometime in like September. I was working at LegalZoom, and there was a round of layoffs that I was caught up in, and so I thought if there's any time to do business is it's now while I have a lot of free time. So uh, took the big leap there, and like it's been about a year and some months now, and starting a business is hard. Um, it's pretty hard.
That's really great to hear, and I actually resonate a lot with you. It's not always as we expect. There's always trouble, and at a certain point, it's just about solving problems, not really building something. I don't know
Yeah.
if you see that way, but that's kind of my experience as well.
Yeah,
That's great.
some problems people have who actually have money and can't solve their problems. So
All right.
yeah, you have
Yes.
to find the right people.
So if you had to say what was the hardest thing so far, what would you say it was?
I would say figuring out what the market needs. Uh,
Okay.
as a software engineer for the last 18 years, you my market was the team inside of the company. So it was actually the marketing team. I used to help the marketing team a lot with being able to get their websites up to the search engine and for search engine marketing and all that. Uh, but I was never on there. I never understood what they were going through, and so by trying it out myself, like marketing these pages, um, I realized, wow, this is a lot of work. You got to learn a lot more about the algorithms and the systems and how to position your brand uh and it isn't just about search engines anymore. It's about social media. It's the web is
Indeed.
different and how people navigate their attention on the web is different.
Indeed. So the fact that now we hear a lot about cross-functional teams makes even more sense, right? Now a software engineer also has to know a little bit about business, about marketing. Otherwise, the full output won't be as with the same quality as if you are focused on just a little niche. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Yeah. So this can be a little cliche, but if you could go back and start over 1 year from backwards, what would you do different? What advice do you think it would be useful for someone trying to do similar to you?
Yeah, standards. It took a while for me to figure out what industry standards are with regards to certain activities and expectations. And so
Hmm.
nowadays, I get when I want to learn something, I gather a bunch of peer-reviewed research, and aggregate
Okay.
it all together with my AI, so I can read it all, and then I just read it and distribute it to my team, so we can get up to try to get up to standard theoretically much faster before we start to execute. Because it's one thing to think you know what it is that you're doing, um, and then learning on the job, but it's another thing to learn based on what other people have done, and then just learn how to repeat that. So nowadays we just try to repeat what it is that has already been researched.
Definitely, I think that's super powerful. And I've had this conversation last week actually with my co-founders about the importance of trying to add parts of for the solution or a solution overall that's been standard. And there's a lot of documentation on, especially now with AI and agentic development. If you're trying to build something from scratch, completely new, it will have a hard time. But if you are applying industry standards, or if you're just copying a part of the system that a certain company might do, you might as well just go with that solution and have it implemented properly.
That's
So another thing, can you tell us a little bit more about your journey building in public, or how do you share your progress, or where people can find you?
yeah. So I'm on LinkedIn. A lot of my profiles revolve around a Web3 dad. So I run the Web3 family, and so I'm the dad of the Web3 family. So I'll just write a Web3 dad. Uh, and so yeah, I'm still scaling in LinkedIn. I get about 5 invites a day from different people. So I know that I'm distributed properly across the algorithms. Even my friends yesterday at a birthday party we went to, they said that like they see me on LinkedIn, and I'm the most consistent person that they know. And I don't
All
post
right.
consistently. So that's the funny thing, is that they're just my stuff is just showing up in their feed. Um and so yeah, making sure that my team and I we we scale up these algorithms by doing what our document says with regards to when to post, when to comment, and when to just let it cruise. Um, like we try to do that on every platform that has attention. So
Right.
we're still figuring out our cycle, but
Obviously.
yeah, there's a thing.
I'm assuming you rely quite a bit on analytics as well for your social media and distribution strategy. But so for you, LinkedIn is the one that really is paying the bills, between commas. But have you ever tried other platforms, and do you have some advice that you might want to share?
Well, my LinkedIn isn't paying the bills. It's like my the two main clients that I have is my neighbor, and then
Mhm.
somebody I've known, somebody who used to be a recruiter, who I did reach out to on LinkedIn, because I do have a lot of connections from back when I was back in 2018. And so those are the two clients that are currently paying me while I'm trying to onboard more. But the time from like letting people know what you do to onboarding, it takes some time. Um, so I end up having to be in meetings with them and like helping them out, giving pieces of value, and it's
Obviously.
it's it's an interesting process. But uh, like, I'm sorry, what was the question?
No, I was just asking what was your basically your strategy, and how do you almost go about using social media mostly
Oh,
to share, so let to basically connect people that might have an interest on your product and what you do, and your services.
it's more like I use social media to show proof of presence.
Okay.
Uh, that that I actually can do this with my team. Build out a big presence on my team. For example, my assistant, uh, he he does cold outreach on LinkedIn,
Hmm.
and what he sells on LinkedIn is cold outreach. And so, I have him. He's continuing to practice, but like when he actually connects with somebody and talks to them, he does this whole process of like trying to get them into a meeting. And then when he gets to the point of the meeting, he's like, everything that I did to get you in the meeting, something I can do to get other people into the meeting with you. So would you be interested in that? Um, so it's we I make sure that my team and I, when we do something, we sell what it is that we do.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
So it's more about consistency and having almost like a self-validation by staying consistent to the things you do and the things you say, and that basically attracts the users and possible clients. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
So the thing is, we're all trying to do the same thing. Is frankly just about who to hire and who do you trust. And so uh, you you could hire anybody to do it. Are they going to do a good job? We don't know. But I know that we have to have proof that we're doing a good job with our own team. Um, and then in order to actually get hired, we have to compete in the pricing as well. So it's at that point about just making sure that we're not needing to put as much effort into into growing ourselves on these platforms. That way we can take on more capacity, which is basically other clients. So our profiles and other people's profiles.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. So, I know you mentioned LinkedIn, but if people want to find you, do you want to share where they can follow along and maybe even contact you?
Sure. On Reddit, it's the same profile, a Web3 Dad, and same on X. And then the website itself is the web3family.com.
Perfect. I feel like we could be here for a little while more to discuss a few more things, but it was great having you here. Uh, you are the first of this series, and I hope you enjoyed this little conversation, and I hope this series and this video help you in the future somehow. And it was great having you on.
Yeah, please. And book a meeting anytime. Like I don't mind talking. It helps me restart my brain, especially in the morning, because it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep. So
And
yeah,
and the
this
time
this
the time difference fits perfectly.
yeah, exactly. Not yeah. I usually wake up later on Mondays, but I wanted to make sure I got this over with.
Perfect. Thank you very much.